Hi Aries, hi, how are you doing? No cross watcher for this video, you guys. This isn't a love and relationship reading. This is going to be a life reading because there's some pretty important planetary transits. Full moon in Scorpio. We've got some Gandantas that are playing out, all of which are moving around in Aries to Taurus. And then we've got Scorpio and Saggy playing along with each other with Saturn. We had a retrograde period here for Saturn and Jupiter. Mercury, again, is coming around, finishing out the last of its cycle with, there's some placements, some tough placements and transits coming through with the planets. So I wanted to do special bonus reading for May and June. That's going to include these energies in your reading so that you guys, particularly for Aries, because some of these placements are really going to amplify you guys' ability to ramp up the energy for May and June and stack the deck, stack the odds, get you guys some good luck working in your favor. And I know particularly for Aries, this is going to be an important time because you guys are on the back end of something that was pretty catastrophic. You had a major tower moment. There was a lot of recuperation. Still in a period of what to do with the relationship, or not full reconciliation in the relationship. There's still relationship tension. Some of you, it's caused a breakup, but that doesn't mean that you guys are over each other or not interacting with each other. So there's that tension, and that tender spot is still active, still working through some pretty challenging energies for Aries. So you guys are about to get a boost fundamentally. So what I want to do is I'm going to do a 10-card spread, classic life finances spread. It may include love with the advice cards at the end. We'll see what Spirit brings forward for you guys, okay? I did do my prep with my prayers and angel guidance and everything like that. You guys might just wanted to do quick little videos here to do bonuses for you guys because I have all the other zodiacs to work through. All right, let's see what's coming through for you guys. So far, how do you guys feel like you're doing with these energies? You guys having some breakthroughs, learning some things about yourself and others. 8 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so that it's in the past position. This slow moving energy has been slow moving for a reason. It's been serving a purpose. Okay, it's kind of like when something first starts rolling downhill, it rolls kind of slow even though it's going downhill, and it takes a little time to pick up speed. But we're heading in that direction. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you are only just starting to get back onto your feet financially enough where you can now start thinking about how to flip that psychically. And I think end of May into June, you're going to be really kind of like flipping the energy through that cycle. And I do believe this abundance will come for you. Okay? You guys have been working to manifest this. Stay diligent. Keep going. Magician in reverse. High Priestess energy. You've been doing a lot of soul searching, going within. I think for some of you guys, you feel like you're doing this a lot on your own. Page of Wands in reverse. The reason why a lot of these cards, all of these cards came out in reverse for you guys, representing your situation and absolutely what's going on with you, is because this is all introspection. Okay, so a lot of this is happening on the inside. Okay, you've got the Page of Swords, and we're going to go through that. 3 of Swords in reverse. All these cards literally in reverse for you guys. 3 more cards from the tarot, please, Spirit. So this is mostly, if not entirely, transformative change happening as a result of the Tower moment from last month. That is completely restructuring. Here's our 9 of Cups. In the upright, completely restructuring where you guys are going to be moving forward and how you're manifesting this. Okay, bringing out the end of the death cycle, Scorpio energy. Okay, you might be dealing with a Scorpio or just going through the same types of transformations, and then the Moon card is in reverse. So the Moon card as the outcome in reverse is a good position for the Moon card. So don't think that the reverse position is a no. Don't think of it in terms of yes or no. Sometimes you want the fantasy to end. You want to have a real solid conclusion. Okay, sometimes you want that. You don't want to go back into the delusion. You don't want to fall back into the trap of a false reality or an illusionary identity. You know, once you find your truth and you come to your truth, there's a sense of peace and reconciliation within yourself that's achieved or accepted or awakened in you. So you don't want to go back into some false reality. It's kind of like the kinds of transformative changes that happen in a people during phases and stages of growth, whether it be psychologically, spiritually, physiologically. When there's growth, you can't go back. Like, there's no reversing those types of growth spurts or the transformations that take place as a result of them. And that's what I see kind of playing out here, okay? We've got the Eight of Wands, so these represent the past 2 months as far as where the energy has been kind of stagnant and finances haven't been completely recovered or recuperated. I think that you've had, because it is the Six of Pentacles, which is really about, you know, kind of stepping into your own, representing your abundance, to the point where you've been able to be generous with others. I think maybe you've tried to even be generous, or thinking that you're back on your feet entirely, and it's kind of come in this cyclic wave where it just seems like it's been wildly spinning. But when you want to manifest and move forward towards your goals, this stagnant energy has been holding you back. There hasn't been a release yet. Okay, and it's I think there's kind of and don't think that this is coincidental, that there is a meme going around right now or circulating virally about an arrow being, you know, the only way to shoot an arrow is to draw it back first before you release it. This is about energetically creating inertia. Okay, you have to build tension behind the point of resistance to get to absolute zero before you have action potential. Okay, so these are physics principles. And when you're talking about the universe and you're talking about manifesting, like what you guys want to manifest, this is about manifesting your deepest desires. Well, in order to manifest your deepest desires, you've had to search within and find your absolute truth. This is your inner dialogue. What am I doing? Why am I doing it? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? So you've been using the power and the amplification from the universe, and will continue to do so with the power of the magician energy, the power of the high priestess energy. This is magic, okay? This is about miracles. So maybe some of you guys have even said, hey, I need a miracle. This feels like I need some type of miracle. How can I make that happen? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? Okay, so that's the combination of these. Why and what are you doing? You're moving away from all of the things that hurt you, all of the toxic energies, all of the things that tear you down and make you feel like you're self-inflicting this hurt because you're not representing what you really want. And you're going after what you really want. You're going after manifesting your wish fulfillment. Okay, so this is about getting down to your absolute truth. You cannot manifest your absolute truth until you know absolutely what it is. So you guys have been doing that soul searching process. Okay, so here we have the Death card with the Moon card in reverse. So you're moving away from your false reality. You're moving away from anything that you've done to make other people happy instead of making yourself happy. Okay, and not having a healthy reciprocal give and take, where a codependency that's unhealthy and the devil energy has been, or the shadow self has been very much a theme for all of us collectively working through our shadow selves or the darker parts of ourselves that we don't want to accept are our reality. We've been rejecting those parts of ourselves, which is why we haven't been able to achieve unconditional love. And until we vibrate at the frequency of unconditional love, we can't truly manifest that which we desire, because we're actually kind of subconsciously rejecting what we desire, because there's some blockage where we either don't believe we deserve it, feel guilty about wanting it to begin with. Okay, so there's something like that that you've had to reconcile through in order to get to the point where you've had this transformation. So by the end of June, you will have reconciled it fully. That's what this is. That's what this card means. Reconciled it fully, and you'll step out and be functioning in your truth. No delusions anymore, no confusion. Okay, you'll work through those and out of those energies. Okay, so let's get clarification about these past energies. What have they been specifically about? All right, so we've got the Death card. Again, how to transform, what to transform. So as a result of the Tower, which was kind of like a, whoa, what the hell just happened? It was really like a, I need to really take a hard look at this and find out what the hell happened, what's going on, because I don't want this to keep happening again. You've got the Seven of Wands. Okay, so you dealt with some external as well as internal conflict to bring about this transformation. I feel like this was trigger. Okay, so what this is representing is that this energy with this stagnation and this either loss of job, loss of income, or loss of abundance. Okay, so maybe you lost money on the stock market. Maybe you guys foreclosed on a house. There was some big major loss, and it took place in the material world. Okay, something along those lines. It was a trigger. That's what this is telling me as far as those energies. What did it trigger, Spirit? Okay, it triggered you to go in and reconcile your emotional self. Okay, so if you had been distant or experiencing dissonance or some type of separation from what you truly desired and what your real passions were, it triggered you to really go in and manage your emotional self, okay? And really manifest and work through the embodiment of the King of Cups. Okay, a lot of people, and maybe conventionally or traditionally, they believe or interpret the King of Cups as a restricted emotional expression. What I've actually found the interpretation is with the King of Cups is that he knows when to express and what to express and how to express it. Okay, so this is about a masculine energy that has learned to also balance the femininity within him. Okay, so this is a great linear 3D, okay, in the world balance of masculine and feminine energy, masculine and feminine emotion. So masculine emotions we really associate with ambition and disappointment, okay, disappointment from not achieving those ambitions. It's the do energy. So anything that you've tried to do that you've been unsuccessful at doing that has made you feel like a failure, has caused fear, and you've not been able to reconcile that fear, that's the masculine energy. Okay, and the feminine energy is the be energy. That is the self-acceptance energy. Okay, that I am the way that I am, and that is okay. Now, it might not be okay that I'm hurting other people as a result of it, and I'm trying to do something about that, or I'm learning how to heal, or I'm receptive to that. So it's the receptive energy, not egocentrically overprotecting your illusionary identity, needing to project that onto other people or control. Okay, so this is about balancing all of that together to manifest your best self, vibing at the higher frequencies so that you guys can truly manifest, okay? Manifest what you truly want. Okay. Is there another card there? Yeah. So along with the King of Cups, you've had the universe working at the helm of this, kind of influencing you with the Magician and High Priestess. And I do feel like whatever happened with this Tower moment was the trigger, but you've had the universe kind of guiding the energies and helping you guys and bolstering you, moving through these energies to help balance your internal self. Okay, and then you have the Sun card. So the universe was really influencing this, really at the helm of all of this. And then you've got the Ten of Cups, because that's really the desire for you, is to have your ultimate happiness. Okay, so look at this, guys. Look at the configuration and the clarity in these cards. Okay, so the universe really wants you guys to really have happiness, fulfillment, emotional balance, growth. This all represents significant maturation and growth. You're learning how to master your internal self so that it doesn't sabotage you when you try to manifest your desires in the future. Okay, so this is about healing self-sabotageable behaviors is what's coming through. Okay, so clarity on the Page of Wands with the Page of Swords about what to do and why we're doing it. What does Aries need? This message. Six of Coins popped out right there, and funny enough, we have the Six of Coins starting at the reading, except it's in reverse. So how do you bring that abundance out into the world where it's expressed, and why? What is that abundance? Why is it important to you? So you're finding your sense of purpose is really what this is. How do you take your inner sense of purpose? Okay, so this is internal conflict. Okay, we've got the Six of Wands here. Okay, so this is about the recognition that goes along with, and it could be self-recognition because it's turned towards the self, along with a lot of the other cards that are in reverse in this reading. The self-recognition for the manifestation of the abundance. How do you do that? How do I recognize who I am and what I need to do and why I'm doing it? So this is about how to really connect with your purpose, okay, and how to express that and manifest that into the real world, real tangible results of coming to this awakening, and how to step out in your gifts, how to step out in your purpose, how to step out in your true identity. You know, once you have a transformative moment, it's like, how do I go public with that? How does that express itself into my life? You know, how can I integrate that? Or how do I come out as a different person? Some of you might actually be coming out, you know, and talking about your real truth, sexual truth, your gender truth, whatever it is in the paradigm collectively right now. There's a lot of people that have paved that way for us. Okay, so we've got the Strength card, and these are the cards that are coming out to clarify your Nine of Cups with the Three of Swords in reverse, which is about you're done. You're done with the self-sabotage, okay? But transformation and manifesting takes a lot of strength, which is why you've had to go through this triggered process of reconciling your emotional self and really ending the internal dialogue of not good enough. I'm not good enough for this, or I don't deserve to have this. Okay, so there's fortitude and this inner strength of mastering, okay? Mastering and learning how to transmute. That's what the Strength card is about when you couple it with the Magician in a reading. It's about the inner fortitude of like just mastering the environment, okay? Expressing yourself into the environment and kind of, you know, he's the lion tamer. How to create your happiness. Perseverance and fortitude. It takes inner strength. So you've been developing that inner strength, whereas you're imbalance in your emotional self, and the wild pendulum swings back and forth between your masculine energy and the overcompensation and the failure and disappointment, and then the feeling that you're not good enough and not accepting yourself, and the back to the trying again, and then, you know, not turning out the way that you wanted it to. to the, you know, the inner dialogue, that robs you of your energy, because it takes a lot of it. It's an exertion of a lot of internal and external energy. So instead of being able to kind of transmute that energy into something productive and constructive and into another opportunity, or developing another opportunity, or feeling like you have the energy to make the improvements or make the changes, you've been feeling internally defeated. But now that you've managed to perpetuate this inner balance, and your emotions are no longer taking your energy from you from these wild swings, you've developed that sense of inner knowing, that inner peace, and that inner strength. Okay, no more hurting yourself, like no more heartbreak, no more self-dialogue of, you know, talking down to yourself. Okay, and then the last two cards with the Moon and the Death card is the King of Swords in the upright and the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so I feel like what you're going to be transforming into is knowing your absolute truth inside and out, but by the end of June you still might not be sure fully how to activate yourself in that, and that's okay. Okay, so by the end of June, you guys should be empowering yourselves and pretty much starting to move forward. The Knight of Swords energy is where you're going to end the month of June. Okay, so you'll probably be transferring your energy towards the end of the month as you move through the month and move through all of these phases in this process to, okay, I know what my truth is, I'm balanced, I know what I want to do, I know why I want to do it, I feel like I've healed and I have the inner strength to do so. So it'll be by the end of June, okay, what am I going to do? And you'll be developing some kind of game plan about what you're going to do. Okay, so that's where you'll be by the end of June. Okay, so what can we give Aries as far as specific area that they can work at for raising their vibration and raising their frequency? Heart chakra, there you go. Right up in your face. It's in your face, Aries. Heart chakra, getting it balanced so that you can create the transformation that you want to see in yourself for the future. All right, so let's look into what the force says. The frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight the parts here for the area of focus for the next 6, 7, 8 weeks here. The color green is associated with the 4th chakra. It is linked to our capacity to love, and that includes self-love, you guys, and to feel compassion. Okay, so what's coming through is not to feel like the victim, but to feel compassion. This applies to our ability to love one another as well as our ability to love ourselves. So I feel like this is about a good, healthy give and take, because you've developed a healthier self-care routine to some extent, and you've balanced out the energies that are preventing you from, you know, the wild pendulum swing. So you actually have created a more centered focus, presence, and your ability to take your energy and actually put it into something constructive. Like you're motivated, you're on fire, you're motivated, you're feeling that energy. Okay, and instead of having it go to being mad at somebody or into another fight or drama with someone, you're taking that energy and you're using it for yourself, rebuilding your life, healing, whatever the process is. It's more self-focused, which is absolutely okay. Aries, give yourself permission to love yourself first and make the love that you show yourself the best love that you know how to give. Let's see. It is a healing color that balances and harmonizes the connection between mind and body. Okay? So I feel like some of you have gotten out into nature reconnected to Gaia or reconnected to yourself in nature, camping. Maybe you got evicted and you had to pitch a tent somewhere and it's by happenstance. You know what? The universe will bring about the transformation the way the universe brings about the transformation. Don't let anybody judge your circumstances or where you're at or what's happening. And certainly, if the inner dialogue is judgment towards yourself, let that heal. Okay, let the energies from the next couple of months here soothe the heart chakra and really help you balance those emotional swings, okay? All right, Aries, I hope this is really helpful for you guys. Thanks for watching. Namaste.